The Haitian Revolution stands as a testament to the unyielding human spirit, a beacon of freedom in the annals of history. It was a struggle born out of centuries of brutal oppression, where enslaved Africans in the French colony of Saint-Domingue rose up to claim their birthright. Against all odds, they challenged the mighty French Empire and emerged victorious, establishing the first independent Black Republic in the world. This revolution sent shockwaves across the globe, inspiring countless others to fight for their own liberation. The Haitian Revolution was a watershed moment in the fight against slavery, demonstrating that freedom was not a gift bestowed by the oppressor, but a right to be seized by the oppressed. It shattered the chains of colonialism and exposed the hypocrisy of Enlightenment ideals that espoused liberty while condoning slavery. The echoes of this revolution continue to resonate today, reminding us that the pursuit of justice and equality is an ongoing struggle. The story of the Haitian Revolution is one of extraordinary courage, resilience, and strategic brilliance. It is a story that deserves to be told and retold, for it holds within its heart profound lessons about the human capacity for both unspeakable cruelty and extraordinary compassion. At the heart of this epic struggle stands a figure as towering as the ideals he fought for: Toussaint Louverture. Toussaint Louverture, a name synonymous with freedom and resistance, was the indomitable spirit who steered the Haitian Revolution to its triumphant conclusion. Born into slavery, Toussaint's life was a testament to the transformative power of education, self-belief, and an unyielding commitment to justice. He rose from the depths of despair to become a brilliant strategist, a charismatic leader, and ultimately the architect of Haitian independence. Toussaint's journey began on the Breda plantation, where he was born into a world defined by the brutal realities of slavery. Despite the dehumanizing conditions he endured, Toussaint's thirst for knowledge burned brightly. He devoured every book he could lay his hands on, immersing himself in the works of classical philosophers and Enlightenment thinkers. These writings ignited within him a burning desire for freedom, not just for himself, but for all those who suffered under the yoke of slavery. As the flames of revolution engulfed Saint-Domingue, Toussaint emerged as a natural leader, his strategic acumen and unwavering resolve inspiring his followers to feats of extraordinary bravery. He understood that the fight for freedom was not merely a physical struggle, but a battle for the very soul of a nation. Toussaint's leadership transcended the battlefield. He possessed a keen political mind, recognizing the need to rebuild and reform the shattered society, even as the fight for independence raged on. Toussaint Louverture's legacy extends far beyond the borders of Haiti. His unwavering commitment to freedom and equality has inspired countless generations of activists, revolutionaries, and everyday people striving for a more just and equitable world. He stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dare to challenge the status quo and fight for a better tomorrow. Toussaint's life is a powerful reminder that true leadership requires more than just military prowess. It demands compassion, vision, and an unwavering belief in the potential of humanity. He understood that the fight for freedom was not merely about breaking chains, but about building a society where everyone, regardless of their race or social standing, could live with dignity and respect. Though Toussaint did not live to see his dream of a free and independent Haiti fully realized, his legacy continues to inspire hope and ignite the flames of resistance against oppression in all its forms. His name is etched in the hearts and minds of those who dare to dream of a world free from the shackles of injustice, a world where the principles of liberty and equality reign supreme. Toussaint Louverture, the Black Spartacus, remains a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can triumph over adversity. François Toussaint Louverture's story begins on the Breda plantation in Saint-Domingue, a world away from the halls of power he would one day occupy. Born into the brutal system of slavery that defined life on the island, Toussaint's early years were marked by the harsh realities of forced labor and the denial of basic human rights. Yet even amidst the deprivation and cruelty, seeds of something extraordinary were being sown. Toussaint's parents, themselves enslaved Africans, instilled in him a deep sense of dignity and self-worth, values that the horrors of slavery could not extinguish. The Breda plantation, though a place of suffering, would also become Toussaint's unlikely classroom. His relatively enlightened master, Bayon de Libertar, recognized Toussaint's intelligence and allowed him to learn to read and write, a rare privilege for an enslaved person at the time. While this education was intended to make Toussaint a more useful servant, it inadvertently opened his eyes to a world beyond the confines of the plantation. As Toussaint delved into the written word, a new world unfolded before him. He absorbed knowledge voraciously, devouring books on history, philosophy, and military strategy. These texts, smuggled into his hands under the cover of darkness, would become his weapons in the fight for liberation, shaping his worldview and fueling his growing belief in the inherent equality of all human beings. The words of Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau resonated deeply within Toussaint's soul. Locke's concept of natural rights, the idea that all individuals possess inherent rights to life, liberty, and property, planted a seed of rebellion in Toussaint's heart. Rousseau's writings on social contract theory, which emphasized the idea that governments derive their legitimacy from the consent of the governed, further fueled Toussaint's growing conviction that the slave system, built on oppression and tyranny, was inherently unjust and unsustainable. Alongside his exploration of Enlightenment thought, Toussaint found solace and inspiration in the teachings of the Catholic Church. His faith provided him with a moral compass, guiding his actions and shaping his vision for a just and equitable society. The stories of Moses leading the Israelites out of slavery and Jesus Christ challenging the powerful resonated deeply with Toussaint, reinforcing his belief that even the most entrenched systems of oppression could be overthrown. As Toussaint's mind expanded, so too did his understanding of the world and his place in it. He began to see the system of slavery not as an immutable fact of life, but as a man-made institution that could be dismantled. The seeds of revolution, planted in the fertile ground of his intellect and nurtured by his unwavering faith, began to take root. Beyond his intellectual pursuits, Toussaint possessed an innate leadership quality that set him apart from his peers. He was a skilled horseman and swordsman, talents he honed through years of practice. But more importantly, he possessed an ability to inspire and motivate those around him. His calm demeanor in the face of adversity, his unwavering belief in the righteousness of their cause, and his genuine concern for the well-being of his fellow enslaved Africans earned him their respect and loyalty. Toussaint's reputation as a man of principle and action extended beyond the confines of the Breda plantation. He became a respected figure in the local community, sought out for his wisdom, fairness, and ability to mediate disputes. These qualities, honed through years of navigating the complexities of life under slavery, would prove invaluable when the time came for Toussaint to lead his people in their fight for liberation. As the 18th century drew to a close, the winds of change were sweeping across the globe. The American Revolution had demonstrated that colonies could overthrow their colonial masters. The French Revolution, with its cries of liberty, equality, and fraternity, sent shockwaves across the Atlantic, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of Saint-Domingue's enslaved population. For Toussaint Louverture, the time for contemplation was over. The moment to act was at hand. The year 1791 dawned heavy with the scent of rebellion in Saint-Domingue. The ideals of the French Revolution, echoing across the Atlantic, had ignited a smouldering fire in the hearts of the enslaved Africans. Word spread like wildfire through the plantations. Whispers of liberty and equality carried on the night wind. The enslaved population, long subjected to the brutal realities of the plantation system, dared to dream of a different future, a future free from the shackles of oppression. On the night of August 22nd, 1791, that dream burst forth with a fury that shook the very foundations of Saint-Domingue. A Vodou ceremony in Bois Cayman, led by the Hungan Dutty Boukman, became the crucible of revolution. Under a sky illuminated by flickering torches and the threat of a raging storm, an oath was taken, a pact sealed in blood. The enslaved Africans rose up, armed with whatever weapons they could salvage. Machetes, farm tools, their bare hands, their cries for freedom echoing through the night. The rebellion spread like wildfire, engulfing the northern plains of Saint-Domingue in a maelstrom of violence. Plantations were set ablaze, the symbols of oppression consumed by the flames. The French colonists, caught off guard by the ferocity and scale of the uprising, reeled in shock and terror. The balance of power, so long held firmly in their grasp, had shifted irrevocably. The fight for Haitian independence had begun. Initially, Toussaint Louverture hesitated to join the uprising. His position as a coachman on the Breda plantation afforded him a degree of relative freedom, and he was acutely aware of the risks involved in open rebellion. He had a wife, Suzanne, and children to protect, and the thought of endangering their lives weighed heavily on him. Yet, as the fires of rebellion raged and the cries of his people reached his ears, Toussaint could no longer remain on the sidelines. Driven by a profound sense of duty and a burning desire for freedom, Toussaint made the momentous decision to join the fight. He ensured the safety of his family and, in a testament to his character, even helped his former master escape the island. With his family secure, Toussaint threw himself into the revolution with unwavering determination. His knowledge of military strategy, gleaned from his voracious reading, proved invaluable. Word of Toussaint's strategic brilliance spread quickly, and his reputation as a capable leader grew. He joined forces with Georges Biassou, a charismatic rebel leader, and quickly rose through the ranks. Toussaint's knowledge of African and Creole herbal medicine also proved invaluable, allowing him to tend to the wounded and earn the trust and respect of his comrades. He was a leader who not only commanded but also cared for his troops, a quality that set him apart in the brutal chaos of the revolution. The early years of the Haitian Revolution were a chaotic and bloody affair. Different factions, each with their own agendas and rivalries, vied for control. Toussaint, with his keen intellect and strategic mind, navigated this treacherous landscape with remarkable skill. He understood that unity was essential if the revolution was to succeed, and he tirelessly worked to forge alliances and bridge divides. It was during this tumultuous period that Toussaint adopted the nom de guerre l'ouverture, meaning the opening or the one who opens the way. The name was both a statement of intent and a reflection of his growing influence. He was indeed opening the way to freedom, not just for himself, but for all those who suffered under the yoke of slavery. His courage on the battlefield, his unwavering commitment to the cause, and his ability to inspire his followers earned him the moniker the Black Spartacus, a testament to his military prowess and indomitable spirit. Toussaint's military victories against the French colonists were nothing short of remarkable. He employed guerrilla tactics with devastating effectiveness, using his knowledge of the terrain to his advantage. He understood the importance of logistics and supply lines, ensuring that his troops were well equipped and provisioned. But more than just a military strategist, Toussaint was a visionary leader who understood that the fight for freedom extended beyond the battlefield. By the turn of the century, Toussaint Louverture had emerged as the most powerful figure in Saint-Domingue. He had vanquished rival factions, repelled foreign invaders, and secured the emancipation of enslaved Africans across the island. His victories on the battlefield had earned him the respect of friend and foe alike, and his name had become synonymous with the Haitian Revolution. Yet Toussaint's ambition extended far beyond military conquest. He envisioned a new society, a nation built on the principles of liberty, equality, and prosperity. With the island finally free from external threats, Toussaint turned his attention to the daunting task of rebuilding. The years of conflict had taken a heavy toll on Saint-Domingue's economy. Its plantations lay in ruins, and its people were weary from war. Undeterred, Toussaint embarked on an ambitious program of reconstruction and reform. He understood that true freedom required more than just the absence of chains. It demanded economic opportunity, social justice, and a government that served the needs of its people. Toussaint's first priority was to restore the island's agricultural production, the lifeblood of its economy. He implemented a system of land redistribution, granting former plantations to freed slaves and encouraging them to cultivate the land. Toussaint recognized that a nation built on a foundation of independent farmers would be more stable and prosperous in the long run. He also implemented policies to promote trade and commerce, seeking to reintegrate Saint-Domingue into the global economy as a free and independent nation. While Toussaint Louverture was laying the foundations for a new Haiti, a storm was brewing in Europe. Napoleon Bonaparte, a young and ambitious general, had seized power in France, proclaiming himself first consul. Napoleon harbored grand visions of restoring France's colonial empire to its former glory, and Saint-Domingue, the jewel of the French Caribbean, held a prominent place in his plans. Napoleon viewed Toussaint's autonomous rule with suspicion and disdain. He refused to acknowledge Toussaint's authority as Governor-General for life, seeing him as an upstart challenging the might of France. Moreover, Napoleon, despite his claims of upholding the ideals of liberty and equality, remained deeply ambivalent about the abolition of slavery. The plantation owners who had fled Saint-Domingue during the Revolution lobbied Napoleon relentlessly, urging him to restore the pre-revolutionary order and their lost fortunes. In 1801, Napoleon dispatched his brother-in-law, General Charles Leclerc, at the head of a formidable expeditionary force to reassert French control over Saint-Domingue. Leclerc's orders were clear: disarm Toussaint's army, restore slavery, and bring the island back under French dominion. Toussaint, aware of the impending invasion, prepared his people for what would be the ultimate test of their hard-won freedom. He knew that the struggle against Napoleon would be long and arduous, but he was determined to defend his nation's independence to the very end. The arrival of the French expeditionary force in Saint-Domingue plunged the island back into war. Leclerc, underestimating the resolve of the Haitian people and the strategic brilliance of Toussaint Louverture, launched a series of offensives, only to be met with fierce resistance. Despite their superior firepower and military training, the French troops found themselves bogged down in a protracted and bloody conflict, their advances hampered by the island's rugged terrain and the unrelenting determination of Toussaint's forces. Toussaint, employing his trademark blend of guerrilla warfare and strategic acumen, inflicted heavy casualties on the French. He understood that a direct confrontation with Leclerc's superior forces would be disastrous, choosing instead to wage a war of attrition, harassing the French supply lines, ambushing isolated patrols, and exploiting his intimate knowledge of the island's interior to his advantage. However, the tide of the war began to turn against Toussaint as Leclerc resorted to increasingly brutal tactics. He unleashed a reign of terror, targeting civilians, burning villages, and attempting to sow discord among the ranks of Toussaint's followers. Leclerc also cunningly exploited pre-existing racial tensions within Haitian society, promising freedom and rewards to those who collaborated with the French. Faced with a determined enemy and dwindling resources, Toussaint found himself fighting a desperate battle for survival. The Haitian resistance, while fierce and unwavering, began to falter under the relentless pressure of Leclerc's brutal tactics. The French general, recognizing the futility of a protracted military campaign, sought to exploit divisions within Haitian society. He cunningly offered amnesty and promises of continued freedom to those who laid down their arms, aiming to isolate Toussaint and dismantle his support base. Exhausted by years of conflict and wary of further bloodshed, Toussaint agreed to negotiate a truce with Leclerc. He understood that the survival of his fledgling nation depended on securing a fragile peace, even if it meant compromising his own position. In May 1802, a treaty was signed, officially ending hostilities between the Haitian and French forces. The treaty, though a bitter pill to swallow, secured the abolition of slavery in Saint-Domingue, a testament to Toussaint's unwavering commitment to freedom. However, the peace proved to be short-lived. Leclerc, operating under orders from Napoleon, had no intention of honoring the spirit of the treaty. He viewed Toussaint's willingness to negotiate as a sign of weakness, an opportunity to eliminate his rival and reassert French authority over the island. Under the pretense of a friendly invitation, Leclerc lured Toussaint to a meeting, only to betray him. On June 7, 1802, Toussaint L'Ouverture, the man who had led his people to the cusp of freedom, was seized by French troops and unceremoniously thrown aboard a ship bound for France. Accompanied by his wife, Suzanne, and their 2 sons, they were ripped away from their homeland and cast adrift on a tide of treachery. As the shores of Saint-Domingue receded into the distance, so too did Toussaint's dreams of a free and independent Haiti. The journey across the Atlantic was arduous and humiliating. Toussaint, once revered as a liberator, was now a prisoner of war, confined to the cramped and squalid quarters of the ship's hold. He endured the indignities of captivity with stoic dignity, his spirit unbroken despite the crushing weight of betrayal. He knew that his capture was a blow to the Haitian cause, but he clung to the hope that his sacrifice would not be in vain. Upon their arrival in France, Toussaint and his family were separated. He was imprisoned in Fort de Joux, a forbidding fortress nestled high in the Jura Mountains. The cold, damp conditions of the prison, coupled with the psychological torment of isolation and the despair of his situation, took a heavy toll on Toussaint's health. Yet even in the face of adversity, his indomitable spirit refused to be extinguished. Toussaint Louverture's imprisonment in Fort de Joux was nothing short of a calculated attempt to erase his legacy, to silence the voice that had dared to challenge the established order. Napoleon, fearing the power of Toussaint's example, sought to bury him alive within the cold stone walls of the fortress, hoping to extinguish the flames of revolution he had ignited. However, Toussaint's spirit proved to be as unyielding as the mountains that surrounded him. Despite being deprived of basic comforts, denied access to visitors, and subjected to relentless psychological torture, Toussaint refused to be broken. He drew strength from his unwavering faith, finding solace in prayer and reflection. He also found a measure of solace in writing, penning his memoirs, a powerful testament to his life, his struggles, and his unwavering belief in the cause of liberty. News of Toussaint's imprisonment spread throughout Europe and the Americas, igniting a firestorm of controversy. Abolitionists and revolutionaries hailed him as a hero, a symbol of resistance against oppression. They condemned Napoleon's treachery and demanded Toussaint's release. The French government, embarrassed by the international outcry, sought to justify their actions, portraying Toussaint as a dangerous rebel who threatened the stability of their empire. However, the more they sought to discredit him, the more his legend grew. On April 7, 1803, Toussaint Louverture breathed his last within the cold, damp walls of Fort de Joux. Weakened by months of imprisonment, deprived of proper nourishment and medical care, Toussaint succumbed to the harsh conditions of his confinement. Though his body was broken, his spirit remained unconquered, a testament to the indomitable will of the man who had dared to challenge an empire. His death, far from extinguishing the flames of rebellion, only served to fan them into a raging inferno. News of Toussaint's demise reached Saint-Domingue, igniting a renewed wave of outrage and resistance. The Haitian people, betrayed by the French, rose up once more, their cries for vengeance echoing across the island. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Toussaint's lieutenant, and a formidable leader in his own right, assumed the mantle of leadership, rallying the Haitian forces for a final decisive confrontation with the French. Toussaint's dream of a free and independent Haiti, though deferred, was far from extinguished. The French, weakened by disease, demoralized by the unrelenting Haitian resistance and facing a resurgent Napoleon in Europe, found themselves on the defensive. The final battle for Haitian independence unfolded at the Battle of Vertières on November 18, 1803. The Haitian forces, fighting with the fury of a people determined to avenge their fallen leader and secure their birthright, overwhelmed the French, their victory securing Haiti's place as the first independent black republic in the world. The Haitian Revolution, culminating in the establishment of a free and independent Haiti, sent shockwaves across the globe. It stood as a beacon of hope for oppressed people everywhere, a testament to the power of human resilience and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dream of a better world. Toussaint Louverture's name became synonymous with the struggle for freedom and equality, his legacy inspiring generations of revolutionaries, activists and visionaries. In the United States, the Haitian Revolution fueled the abolitionist movement, emboldening those who fought to end the scourge of slavery. Frederick Douglass, a prominent abolitionist and himself a former slave, hailed Toussaint as a hero, drawing inspiration from his life and struggles. The Haitian Revolution also had a profound impact on Latin America, inspiring independence movements across the region. Simon Bolivar, the liberator of much of South America, acknowledged Toussaint's influence, recognizing the Haitian Revolution as a catalyst for change. The echoes of Toussaint Louverture's legacy can still be felt today in the ongoing struggle for social justice, racial equality, and human rights around the world. His life and struggles serve as a powerful reminder that the fight for freedom is a continuous process, a relay race where each generation must pick up the torch and carry it forward. Toussaint's unwavering belief in the inherent dignity of all human beings, his courage in the face of adversity, and his commitment to building a more just and equitable society continue to inspire activists, artists, and everyday people striving for a better tomorrow. Toussaint Louverture's life story is a testament to the transformative power of education, self-belief, and an unwavering commitment to justice. He rose from the depths of slavery to become a brilliant strategist, a charismatic leader, and ultimately the architect of Haitian independence. His journey reminds us that leadership is not defined by one's social standing or circumstance, but by the courage to challenge the status quo and fight for a more just and equitable world. Though Toussaint did not live to see his dream of a free and independent Haiti fully realized, his legacy continues to inspire hope and ignite the flames of resistance against oppression in all its forms. His name is etched in the hearts and minds of those who dare to dream of a world free from the shackles of injustice, a world where the principles of liberty and equality reign supreme. Toussaint Louverture, the Black Spartacus, remains a beacon of hope, a shining example of what can be achieved when ordinary people rise up to challenge extraordinary injustices. His story is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting obstacles, a timeless reminder that the pursuit of freedom and equality is a struggle worth waging, a fight that transcends generations. As long as there is oppression in the world, as long as injustice persists, the spirit of Toussaint Louverture will continue to inspire, to challenge, and to remind us that the arc of the moral universe, though long, bends towards justice.